So when I was drinking, I did a video a while back saying, that the rapture wasn't coming, that we missed the rapture according to the Bible. Um, yeah. Well, I know that the rapture's not real anymore, and that wouldn't make sense for a lot of things. But anyway, and then my friend Lori did a video, and she was talking about somebody wanted to know like when the second coming or when this collective is going to happen with people. And she said something very interesting. And she said, well, it's up to people since we're the second coming of Christ. It's because it's a consciousness. It's not an event for observation, which also says in the Bible. It's in Luke. But anyway, then you start to really just, instead of like focusing your attention on the things that you can't get other people to see and understand in their heart, and just let it happen naturally, because we've been technically waiting since 2010. That's when the man with the pitcher of water showed up in the stars. And in Genesis, it's in the first page of Genesis, actually, it says that God made stars and they were set in the firmament and let them be for signs. So, that talks about astrology. And then Jesus says, well, you'll know when I'm coming when you see the man with the pitcher of water. And then it's like, well, we know that Jesus surrounded himself with mostly women. And we know that his disciples were nowhere near him on the cross. They weren't anywhere to be found. But the two Marys were there. And so the man with the pitcher of water isn't a man at all. It's the sign for Aquarius. Yes. So that makes more sense now, to the second coming being us, and that we can't really put a timeline on it. And then I went out for my birthday the other day, and my friends were like, well, so why did you quit drinking? And I said, well, it's interesting because I did a video on narrow is the way, and I found the path loaded out of my head. I'm drinking and watching some stupid video, and with someone that I thought was just ridiculous. And then I saw a different person talking about the same thing that he was talking about. And then all of a sudden, like, you hear it enough times and it's not so ridiculous anymore. And then I was like, uh-oh, maybe I should look into this. So I started writing down all the passages in the Bible and where it says what and this and yeah. And then when I made the realization that Jesus lives in me and I in him, how is it? I was like, yeah, I'm done with drinking. I mean, if that's all the deep state wants out of me, is to make me depressed and, keep me an alcoholic and keep me down and keep me in that low vibration, then I'm going to be like the Who's in Whoville. And even though you pissed me off and disappointed me and it was hurtful, I'm not going to lie, it was. I'm just going to be like the Who's. Sing, Cindy Lou Who. Sing, and fuck the cabal. And know that that's why the Bible can't even predict it. It says Jesus doesn't know the time or day, because Jesus knew that we were going to be deceived. And we were going to be sitting here waiting for him to come back. He knew that. He knew it, and that's why he tried to let us know as much as he could in the scriptures, which I'll do another video on. But anyway, it's been almost 5 months since I quit drinking, and I feel a lot better, even though there are days that I still feel depressed. I think that's normal, being human. I might be God, but I'm still human. I mean, I'm not in my spirit form and I can't just snap my fingers and make planets and stuff, but I do know that all of us at one point were part of that. We were part of the creation. And because of that, I know that we can create a much better world than we find ourselves in, so that this can never happen to humanity again. And I think that's the whole point. And if Earth is considered a school, well, then that would make sense, would it not? That we have to forget who we are, to remember who we are, to return to our divinity and our true selves, our true divine nature. And yeah.